I love watching the pregnant women do yoga. It's so different than a regular yoga class because they get so into their bodies, and they don't, like, sometimes they're listening to you and sometimes they're not, but they're so present in their body, and it's very inspiring to see women kind of really engage with their bodies and their baby as they're kind of going into that meditative space.
I think I really love to see how much fun and joy, both when they're pregnant and when they bring their babies. I mean, there's so much stuff that people worry about, and it's such a big daunting thing, being pregnant and raising children, and but really it's a joy-filled space, and it's the highlight of my week. It's really fun.
There's more and more research and understanding kind of that's happening with regards to what happens when a baby is kind of being grown in their mother's womb. And we're starting to understand that the thoughts and the environments that the mother puts herself in has a big effect on how the baby develops. And so many women come to yoga kind of towards the end of their pregnancy because the impending birth is kind of, it's coming, and they start to get nervous, and they've heard yoga is good. So they'll start to come to yoga towards the end of their pregnancy to stretch and to learn some breathing techniques or whatever. But the thing is that coming to yoga even right from the very beginning of your pregnancy has a benefit, because especially in Kundalini yoga, with the chanting that we do and the focus that's so much on kind of meditative practice, it creates a space within the mom to be very relaxed and very kind of content and at peace with herself, and that has a huge effect on the baby that's developing inside of her. It also gives moms an understanding of even meditation at all, because once the baby is born, and you suddenly are sitting for however many hours a day breastfeeding or being with your child, the ability to have a bit of a meditative practice and to know that meditation kind of exists for your mind is a really powerful tool that's needed. Because it's challenging once the baby's born to be present with your child. And so having some kind of meditative foundation is a really powerful thing. And then the other thing is that we do, in Kundalini yoga, there's a lot of work and focus on strengthening the nervous system. And the nervous system is kind of like your body's electrical system. And when stress or strain happens, the nervous system gets very challenged and kind of expanded. And childbirth and motherhood is very much like that. And so if you start doing prenatal yoga in your pregnancy, it gives your nervous system a chance to start building and expanding to handle some of the stress and the strain that goes along with becoming a mom.
Yeah, with the prenatal, I think one of the things that we offer with Kundalini yoga for pregnant women is the opportunity to really expand your awareness beyond the medical event, which is kind of the big focus often in Western culture and in the world in general. And it's just so incredibly joyful and wonderful to have a more spiritual and holistic experience of your pregnancy right from early on, so that you can get all the information, all the facts. We're bombarded with them all the time, but to really just to feel, what am I doing? What is happening, and what does it mean? I think we shine a light on that and allow women to really step into their strength in that. Way.
Yeah, and focus beyond a little bit, just more like Rhiannon was saying, is that there's this focus on this birth event, which in the grand scheme of motherhood, it's very, very powerful and important, but it's a very small point in time. And there's so much focus on the birth, especially when you're pregnant. because the birth has to happen before you can kind of go through that keyhole into the next realm that you're about to go into, which is motherhood. But it's important to have at least a little bit of an understanding that there is something that's going to happen beyond the birth. And so in doing yoga, it starts to open your awareness up to something bigger than just the physical kind of experience of being pregnant and giving birth. Because most kind of teachings and understanding when we talk about prenatal, it stops at the birth, which, that's prenatal. Postnatal is after the birth, but we still need to kind of start letting women open up to experiencing themselves as mothers before, because not only are they, birthing their child, but they're birthing themselves as mothers when they go through the birthing process.
Worshipping forever the